He's 120 years old. Hi everyone, my name is Kayla. Welcome to my channel, and in this video I'm going to be reading Shadow and Bone. Hi everyone, welcome back to another reading vlog. Basically, I have already watched the Netflix show Shadow and Bone because when it first came out, I told myself I wasn't gonna watch it until I read the books because Shadow and Bone and Six of Crows has been on my TBR since middle school, and so I was like, okay, this is gonna give me motivation to read it. But when it came out, I was in a very bad reading slump. I decided to watch it because I knew I wasn't gonna read the books anyways, so I watched it and I loved it. Also, I just want to say from the start, I already know a couple things from the show and from like book talk and Instagram and all of that stuff. I'm gonna be Team Mal. Possibly, maybe, because I'm a friends to lovers person. The Darkling and Alina, I thought that it was very toxic and manipulative. Also, I just want to note that I love Archie Renault. Morning, I woke up to the best Instagram feed, and it was all of the crows together for the first time, the cast of season 2 Shadow and Bone. That means it's perfect to be reading Shadow and Bone today. Also, yesterday I only read like 2 pages because I had to do homework, and today's the next day. I don't have a class until 3 o'clock. So I'm just gonna be reading Shadow and Bone, and I think once I go back to Berkeley, I'll be able to read in more interesting places. Also, disclaimer, I'm gonna say Grisha because that's how Leigh pronounces it. And even though I haven't read it, this has been on my TBR since middle school, and I always like heard it pronounced as Grisha, like the Grisha trilogy, the Grishaverse. So I don't really know what to call it. So I'm just gonna say Grisha. Alina's like, he was short and pudgy and afraid of baths. Jesse's afraid of baths.
Well, I'm not even gonna go there. I don't like showers.
I don't like showers, you're right.
That's ironic. Should I get waffles?
What are waffles?
Saints, you're a genius. Yeah.
I used the Post-it note today, but I will have to say, it's not as convenient as folding the corner. Look at me, he instructed. I tried to focus on his face, but all I could see was the assassin's severed body. Not the Darkling being a pick-me. I just finished my lecture, so I'm gonna read for a little bit, and then I have to do homework. The Darkling is pretending to be all charming and everything, but we all know it's a ruse. So the Darkling just gave Jenya to the Queen as a gift, and he's like, we all serve someone. Is the name General Kerrigan made only in the show? Because it's not mentioned. Is he just the Darkling? We're back, and it's like 9 o'clock at night right now, but I finally finished my homework today, and we're about that far in. Yeah, I kind of moved really slowly today, but that's all right, you know? Also, is Alina still half shoe? Like, that might be a show thing, but I'm just wondering. Alina, no other Grisha has ever been permitted to wear Darkling's colors. Well, maybe she doesn't want to be a Darkling. Also, I didn't realize that there's like a hierarchy between the Grisha. I wish they established that more in the show. I was given a towering stack of books on Grisha theory and Grisha history, and informed that this was just a fraction of my reading list. I felt that. That shoe for Suli is a dead language. Not him coming after my girl Inej. Is that what they teach in the First Army? Alina's like, I'm a map maker. I don't run. I don't do this. I'm not a monster, Alina. So I reached chapter 11. I finished the first 10 chapters. I know that's not a lot, but I think I'm gonna stop here because I'm really tired. It was the first week of school. And I kind of just want to go to bed now, so we'll continue tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. It's actually past noon, so good afternoon. I just got ready because I'm just going to be at home today because I got a lot of work and reading to do. What? He's like, why would you care what I think? I don't know, but I do. And then he kissed me out of nowhere. I was not expecting that. It happened so suddenly that I barely had time to react. One moment, I was staring into his slate-colored eyes, and the next, his lips were pressed to mine. That's alarming. And Alina knows he's 120 years old, give or take. It's also, that's comparable to, like, the Vampire Diaries and, like, Stefan and Damon with Elena. Like, they're 100 plus years old, but they don't look 100 plus years old. But they're with Elena, a 17-year-old girl, so I guess that's okay. But really, it's so weird. I don't like it. And Alina's just like, I don't know what to think. I haven't told anyone about this. He's probably kissed a bunch of Grisha girls and like this is normal for him. And she's like, I don't know what to do. Every time the Darkling is like in a scene, he always just pops up out of nowhere, like the apparat. Guys, so I came outside to read and I checked my phone, and on Instagram, the Shadow and Bone cast posted their first photo, BTS photo for season 2. Anyways, I am reading at the same table I was at in the last video, just the opposite direction. It's been a little while. I just ate lunch, so I decided to come out here to read. And then I have to go do homework in a little bit, but we're more than halfway through, just a little. Just got through the part of the winter fate, and we'll see where it goes. The Darkling's just all up on her, and Alina's just asking these questions, and it's making me uncomfortable. Again, I'm really trying to keep an open mind about the Darkling and Alina, but this whole interaction just seems very coerced. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. But also, I do get how Mal is very, like, underdeveloped or, like, not dynamic, because we don't really see what, like, he was going through on his end, and so we really just see Alina and, like, her thinking Mal has forgotten about her, and then Mal coming in all of a sudden, and he's just, like, super jealous and mad. But the Fold was created 100 years ago by the Black Heretic, the Darkling. He is the Black Heretic, Alina. He's like, he wouldn't do that. He would never do that. Girl, you don't know him. You've known him for like 2 seconds. He is ancient. He has plenty of time to master lying to a lonely, naive girl. That is so messed up. He knew what he was doing. He was manipulating her, making her forget about all of that, making her trust him while he just plotted behind her back and used her. So I'm predicting that there has to be some sort of redeeming quality or redeeming event for the Darkling, because otherwise, how would people still ship the Darkling and Alina if it just continues to be this, like, he exploited her and used her and tricked her? Also, I'm going back to folding the corners because I lost my bookmark. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly why I just fold the corner. We're back to reading. I finished my homework, so we're gonna continue. I'm on chapter 17 right now, and I'm going to try to get to at least chapter 20 so that I have read 10 chapters yesterday and 10 chapters today. I apologize for going a little slow. Last time I was still on break, so I was able to read the entire day, but now that I'm back on school, it's probably gonna take me over the course of a few days, maybe even weeks, when it gets, you know, even more hectic. So we're just gonna go from there. Alina, why do you think it's a good idea to go to this festival and expose yourself while you're on the run? And Mal, why do you agree with her? Why do you let her do it? My heart. Mal's like, I've walked half the length of Ravka for you, and I do it again and again just to be with you. So don't tell me we don't belong together. Wait, they kiss? I did not know that. Oh my god. I was not expecting that. I reached chapter 21, and I think there's only like 2 more chapters left, but I think I'm gonna stop and continue tomorrow so I can read it with more energy and have a better reaction. Hi everyone, so it is well into the next day, and I just finished filming my last video that I believe I should have posted, so I'm just going to read the last few chapters of Shadow and Bone now. The emotional manipulation going on here is quite alarming. Okay, but now I'm starting to see the rationale for the Darkling. Not that I'm saying, like, I like him now, but I'm starting to see the reasoning. Fine, make me your villain! But still, the emotional manipulation. However, I do admit I am heavily biased because I watched the show first, and the show puts a lot of emphasis on redeeming Mal's character and showing his love for Alina versus the books, so I think that kind of predisposes me to be in Mal's favor. Wait, no way! Alina has the cut, but with light! Oh my god! What an icon, what a queen. See, with Mal, she's reciprocating it. It's consensual. Can't say the same thing about the Darkling. So, we finished the book, and I just want to say a couple brief things about it before I end the video. So far, I still prefer the Crow's duology over Shadow and Bone. I still really love the story, and I think the show does a really good job of bringing the book to life. I do also have to kind of go into the whole Mal and Darkling thing. As of right now, after finishing Shadow and Bone, my stance is that I don't really like one over the other that much. However, I do find myself leaning a little towards the Mal side of the spectrum. I definitely think that the Darkling and Alina had more chemistry throughout the book. However, I couldn't get past the fact that it felt very non-consensual to me, and that the Darkling was really coercing and manipulating Alina. That might have read differently to other readers, but for me, that's what it felt like, so I couldn't really get past that. And as for Mal, I also agree that he was very lackluster in the book, and it didn't really lend itself to shipping Mal with Alina over the Darkling and Alina. However, there were some moments where I do really like Mal, but there were also some moments where I really didn't. So it's kind of almost up in the air, but me just leaning over to Mal a little bit more. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe and follow my Instagram and TikTok at Kayla Reads. See you next time.